We'll get into it because we've got some celebrations to do. Chaz, leading the championship after one round. How do you feel?
I'm pretty good, obviously. I've got a new profile picture to take at the next round, so for the number colour change, that would be pretty cool. But yeah, first time ever leading. I mean, I'll tick that off the list, that's pretty cool, but there was no secret today. The conditions ended up coming our way. I'm glad to get two trophies out of this weekend at a track that we struggled to get one out over 4 weekends last year. So team worked extremely hard. We still got some deficit stuff in qualifying, but today I don't even know how the race panned out. I mean, there was a point that it was looking like it was going to be dry, and then definitely the rain was going to come, but had to race these boys pretty hard, and obviously had a super soft on in that last part before we went to wet tyres, so that really kind of set our race up for the win.
A few things to go through, but we'll start with strategy. I mean, was Adam on the radio to you saying what was coming up, what he was seeing, the weather? I mean, run us through, I guess, what you knew in the car was coming in terms of weather and what it was going to be like.
He said it was going to rain towards the end of the race. He was pretty adamant that it was going to happen, but Adam's got it wrong about 95% of the time when weather, so I didn't really believe him, so I kept trying to look under the tyre the best I could, but then actually I was coming through the last sector and I'm like, it's getting darker and darker, and I'm like, okay, maybe he's right this time. So I thought, better put the head down and try and build a bit of a buffer, so I didn't feel like that was that under pressure if we had to go to wets, and that's what we did. So the car was really good on the super soft. I think we still got a little bit of work to do on the soft, but yeah, overall just super pumped for the whole team. You know, we had a lot of sponsors through the team this weekend, always being the opening race, all the buzz, had a lot of friends and family here, so yeah, just really glad to get a good result. Obviously pretty bad luck for Nick out there. You know, he's shown some amazing pace this weekend. I've thoroughly enjoyed, you know, working with him as a teammate. He's really pushed me hard to lift. You know, there's a lot of data I was going through of his this weekend to better myself. So as a team, it's gelling really well. We didn't get the overall best team result for the team, but obviously to get a podium yesterday and a win today is bloody awesome.
Is the car in the same window as Bathurst?
No, not really here. It's so different. People don't get that. They just think one car works at every track we go to. So maybe these guys' car might, but mine definitely doesn't. But yeah, you got to work extremely hard this whole championship. Every place you go to requires a different thing. So definitely made it better this weekend, no doubt about it. But you know, come the qualifying, we're still stuck on the 4th row. Just can't seem to get off it.
And it's a cliche question, but is the championship, the Drivers' Championship for you, the ultimate goal this year?
I think it's 25 drivers' ultimate goal, but oh man, I think the same guy that won it last year is still the guy to beat this year. So, like I say, we had 2 clean races this weekend. I mean, he was a lap down, you know, Shane, and he somehow gets back to 6th, I believe it was. So, he just doesn't have a bad day when it even looks like he's having a bad day.
And last one, Tassie was your first win last year with Walkinshaw after a few, you know, trying a few things out. Going into that, are you any different to any other round, knowing where you are in the championship right now? Do you approach it thinking, I had a win there last year, I'm now leading, I have to hold on, or do you just go in there like every other race?
Just go in there like every other race. I mean, getting trophies is an awesome day at the motor racing, so that's the mindset. So yeah, obviously we're going to a track. We had a bit of success there last year. Obviously, get the first win for the team together was pretty special with our combination driver and team. So yeah, be happy hunting ground going there. A lot better mindset going to that place than what it has been for me going here. But next year when we come here, I'll be pretty happy about this place too.
All right, sounds good. I'll move on. Broads, great day for you. You started off your first ever pole. Let's start on that one. What was that like? What was the buzz when you got out of the car, you were with the team, you know, and you knew you were on your first pole?
Yeah, it was pretty cool to get that monkey off my back, and the cars have been, you know, really good since we left here last year. So it's great that it's, you know, progressed through, you know, Bathurst and also coming back here as well. So car was pretty unreal there in the dry, and then yeah, when it wet there, Chaz was a bit better than us, but yeah, all in all, it was just a, you know, great way to start the season.
And it's pretty weird to ask someone who's only 30 odd races into their full-time career, but are you disappointed with second?
Oh, always. So, you know, you don't come here trying to come second. You always come to the track trying to win. So, yeah, the safety cars kind of threw the race up a bit there. But yeah, all in all, to come home P2 and a 5th yesterday was pretty cool, considering both Will and myself were pretty cooked.
And I mean, there's a lot of reports on who's there and thereabouts with the championship. Do you see yourself as a championship contender?
Yeah, I'd like to think so. I think we have, all the tools are there for us now. So, we went from here to Bathurst and had, really good car speed, and we've come back here and we've, sorted out a few dramas we had with going into the wet. So, I'm sort of glad that we sorted that out, and it'll be pretty interesting to see how we go at Tassie.
All right, and on that, just a quick one for you guys. It can be a simple yes, no. Do you see Brodie as a real threat to the championship?
I see 25 cars as a threat for the championship.
Anton?
Yeah, it's just same answers. I think you can't disregard anyone in this championship. Obviously, Brodie's as big a threat as anyone. Saw that today, so he led most of that race. And then Chaz won, and there's everyone behind us was catching us at one point there, and it's a fight with everyone. So, yeah, he's as good a chance as anyone.
Moving for you, mate. Do you call it a pass this weekend, given how well you went last year?
Yeah, I think any weekend in this championship you get 2 trophies, you're having a good time. So, yeah, I mean, overall it's a success. We didn't ultimately get a win, but we're sort of in the hunt both races. So, yeah, it's all good.
And for you, the conditions out there, what were they like? I mean, how did you think you could catch Chaz after that last safety car?
I think once it ordered itself out and, the race was probably between me and Brodie for a little while there, and then obviously that safety car, and then Chaz had the super softs. We pretty much had no chance after that. And then the wet, we were just going to see what happens. But it was either way. It was a really cool race, and it was a lot of hard work, which is good.
All right. On that, I'll open it up to questions from the journos. Charlie.
Thank you. Chaz, congratulations. I think one of the things that I've noticed this weekend is how visibly relaxed you are. Coming off the back of a Bathurst win obviously boosts the confidence. You seem really settled in the team. We also talk a lot about is a driver in their prime. Are you feeling that this is now Chaz Mostert's era?
I don't know. I felt like I've been in an era for a long time, just not quite as many race wins as, say, a Gizzy or anyone like that, but I don't know, I feel like every year in this championship, the competition is so high, but you always have so much more to learn. So, I don't know, era prime, I'm not sure. I feel like driving the best I ever have. Hopefully I can only get better. I don't know. But, I mean, this weekend, I don't want to look in any of the form stuff or talk about any of that, but the relaxed side of me on this weekend, and just like I said, the team's culture is amazing. I'm so lucky to drive for this team, but for this weekend too, I had a lot of friends and family come to the race weekend. They don't always get to all of them, so that was a lot of fun for me to have them here and that support. And like I said, also we had a lot of our sponsors here this weekend too, which is so good to see them be part of the team. We're one of the fullest teams during a race. We have 50-odd people nearly in the garage. It's a little bit hard to breathe at times, but every single person there is a big part of our team, and it's just special when you get a result like this because everyone in there just feels like they played a part of it. So it's so cool.
And ADP, we saw you have that pretty wild celebration on your in-lap, and you made contact with the wall. What was the team's reaction to that?
No, it's all good. We're just having a bit of fun.
What wall did you?
Like just before pit lane there.
What, the inside wall?
Yeah.
What?
Grass is wet.
You went bang.
Yeah.
Wow. Cool.
Yeah. No, just hit a little bit of paint on the outside, but yeah, obviously say sorry, buy him a couple beers, and
You did a Will Davison.
Carry on. Yeah.
We actually saw a funny tweet from Scott McLaughlin that said you'd be in the doghouse. Do you reckon he's correct?
Probably. Yeah.
Brodie, when you look back and do the review of this race, what are you and George going to say this weekend has been achieved by yourselves?
Probably that we've finished all the races and we got P2 there. But yeah, to be honest, I haven't even thought about that at all. To be honest, just happy to finish and have two clean cars and have pace is always good.
Anton, the first event of last year obviously didn't go too well for you. You've come out of here with a solid haul. what are your thoughts on this as a foundation for a championship campaign this year, and how do you feel compared to where you left event 1 of 2021?
Yeah, like 100 and whatever points better, I guess. It's always good to, I guess, start the first round strong, put some points down, and then build from that. So I think we'll come back to that conversation in about 6 months' time and see where we're at, and then go from there.
5th event out of 6 here. Do you feel like the pace is still representative? You can carry on with this when we show up at Tassie later in the month?
I'll tell you, in Tassie, it's super hard to tell. You know, it's a very different circuit to here. Tassie was early on in the year last year as well, and we're sort of still finding our feet. So I'll let you know when we get there and we get through practice and quality in that first day, and then see how we find ourselves. Yep.
All right, on that, congratulations, guys, and we'll see you in Tasmania.
Cheers.
Thank you.